What is up, everybody? Welcome to today's episode of Hero Ranking. We are going over Wolverine's 15 card pack, his hero, alter ego side, and also his claws. So I played 4 games against Claw with him in all 4 aspects, and it went very well. I've only used a handful of aspect cards. His hero kit is very good. Let's just get into it, I guess. For his hero card, we're putting that up as a 4. 2/2/2 already. Good stat line, average stat line, X-Men, healing factor response. After player phase begins, heal 2 damage. So he's constantly healing he is healing every turn. So I don't know what else I have to say about that. That's a pretty good card right there. Hand size 5, hit points 10. Oh, I forgot about alter ego. Alright, Logan is also, where is he? There he is. He is also a 4. 6 cost recovery. Not 6 cost, 6 recovery. Sneak. Set up, search your deck and discard power for the Wolverine's claws. Upgrade and put into play. Never been much a fan of a setup, but it is what it is. But 6 cost recovery really bumps it up to a 4 in my book, because that's great. It's wonderful. You heal 6, even though most of the time I don't think I flip back at all, so it doesn't need to be 6, I don't think. But it makes sense thematically. Moving on to Wolverine's claws. This is the bread and butter of his kit, I think. Well, actually, no, it's not. But it helps you use the rest of his kit. The claws are another 4. Upgrade, it's permanent. Exhaust Wolverine's claws. Choose an attack event in your hand and take damage equal to its printed cost. Play that event, ignoring its resource cost. That attack gains piercing, strength resource. So this is great. You're basically using your own health to pay for cards, which gives a wild amount of choices that you can make. It has to be attack events, obviously, and they gain piercing as well. So tough is a thing that Wolverine doesn't have to worry about. Moving on, Jubilee I put as a 3. 2/1/1/2. That seems pretty average for a 2 cost, I think. After Jubilee enters play, choose an enemy until the end of the phase. While Wolverine or Jubilee is making a basic attack against that enemy, they get +2 attack for that attack. Wild resource. What's up?
Hey.
Hi. What do you need?
Nothing.
Okay. I'm recording a video. Okay, so I bumped it to a 3 because it's giving +2 attack to both of them. Nope. While Wolverine or Jubilee. Yeah, both of them. Yeah. Because the wild there. So that she becomes a 3 attack and he becomes a 4. So that's like 7 damage, right, as you put her out. It only occurs for that phase, but it is what it is. It's still a pretty powerful card to go with Wolverine. Alright, Adamantium Skeleton. Quiet, please. Alright, 2 cost upgrade. You get +4 hit points, which is bonkers good already. Wolverine gets +1 attack, and his basic attacks gain piercing.
And I already collected lots of stuff.
It's a physical resource. So that made this a 4. Yeah, you don't only get +4 hit points. That would have been almost a 4 off the bat. But you get a +1 attack, and your basic attacks gain piercing. So if you have this on the board, you don't even have to use the claws, unless you want to pay for something heavy. But making Wolverine even stronger. Berserker Frenzy. I made that a 3. It would have been a 4, but the caveat on the bottom. Hero response. After Wolverine takes any amount of damage from an enemy attack, draw a card. That's super powerful. Why I made it a 3 is because force response. After you flip to alter ego form, discard this card. Thematically, it makes sense because you're no longer in a frenzy when you're in alter ego form. So that's why it's a 3, but still very good cards to put out on the field. Especially since I never flipped over to alter ego. Alright, now I got better. I actually made this a 2, mainly because I never used it. Never thought of using it, but if you can keep track of his health and keep him up, I don't see why you would need this, I guess, unless your purpose is never to alter ego at all. Facing someone like really strong, maybe. 4 cost upgrade, interrupt when you would be defeated by an enemy attack. Instead, set your hit points dial to 5, ready your identity, and discard this card. Still a very powerful card, but at least during my 4 games, I didn't see a purpose for it. It was not needed. Logan's Cabin. That is also a 2. 1 cost support. Exhaust Logan's Cabin. Shuffle 1 Wolverine card from your discard pile into your deck. Mental resource. Good card. You can get your Wolverine cards, which are super powerful, back into your deck. But like I said before, I never flip down to Alter Ego. So is this a card that I really want to put out? Maybe to thin my deck, but otherwise I don't see a purpose for it. Alright, moving on to Berserker Barrage, which is going to be, where, this one? 3. Alright, 2 cost event, attack, deal 4 damage to an enemy. If this attack defeats an enemy, you may take 2 damage, repeat this ability. So it's basically a 2 for 4 card, which, it's alright. But you can only use it mainly on minions for its second ability, unless you're defeating the first stage of the villain. In that case, you can use it again, which I did in one of my games. So it is a good card. Not my favorite, but it's good. Slice and Dice. Slice and Dice is going to be a 3 as well. 3 cost event, attack, hero action. Make the following 2 attacks in order. Deal 3 damage to an enemy, and then deal 3 damage to an enemy. It can be the same enemy, it could be 2 different enemies. It is an energy resource. Um, 3 costs for 6 damage. It's a little better if you're attacking one. Or you can separate. It's a very good card. It's a 3 though. Now we're moving on to Lunging Strike. Lunging Strike is a 4. 3 cost event, hero action attack, deal 8 damage to an enemy. If you exhausted Wolverine's Claws to pay this card, this attack gains overkill. Strength resource. So very good on minions, very good on the villain himself or herself. Very good in general, especially if you're just using your claws to pay for it. Easy pay, and then you can use the rest of your hand for other things. So a very good card. I enjoyed playing it, especially when I had 2 in my hands and I could use the claws to pay for it. Track by Scent. Track by Scent is a 4 as well. Hero action thwart, remove 3 threat from a scheme. If this removes the last threat from that scheme, draw 2 cards. So this is what makes it super powerful, because that drawing 2 cards, 2 cost event to the remove 3 and possibly draw 2 cards. This is a great thwart card. Fantastic. Regenerative Healing is also going to be a 4. 1 cost event, choose heal 4 damage from your identity or discard each stun and confused status card from your identity. Energy resource, very good card. You heal 4 without having to flip over. And then Claw didn't stun me or confuse me, but I'm sure if you're facing a villain who does that a lot, this card can also help in that matter as well. So that is all Wolverine's hero packs ranked. The overall score I gave him was an 8 out of 10. I think does he only have 1 alter ego card? I feel like he had another one. But I'd have to play harder scenarios to really get a feel for this card. But I feel like his support card isn't really worth it. It kind of holds him back, because as long as you're keeping him up and you're able to heal him with this, you shouldn't be flipping to alter ego. But stronger enemies you might need to, which I can't wait to test out and try. Alright. Please let me know in the comments what cards you think should be higher, which ones you think should be lower. What is your rank of Wolverine out of 10? As always, please like and subscribe. And all my socials are linked in the details below. We'll see you next time. Deuces.